Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the ACC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll leave it with him. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And he picks up yet another first down, just slicing and dicing through this defense. 7 players in program history have gotten 1,500 yards in a season. It feels like he's going to get that in this game.
And the thing I like about the Ducks is if it ain't broke, they don't try to fix it. If the run's working, keep handing it off. And right now, it's working.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that in cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Reads it, fires complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll keep it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Collins. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Sampson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small...
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the field goal unit is on the field. Smashes it between the uprights. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting sick.
Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Moore will throw. Makes his connection. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon. But
he holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
Throws to the tight end. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
The give on the inside. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
That's caught. It's Sampson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Field goal is good. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Moore to the air. Fires and picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On second down, looking again to throw. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Coming after it. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moore will throw. He slings it deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back.
And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Jackson. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He'll do it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
This offense has a second down play. To throw, it's Collins. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. The aerial assault continues. Complete downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Collins. Might be looking to run. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Turner.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the run, it's Jackson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. splits the uprights right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Moore to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Buying some time. He chucks one out to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll run it from the gun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Collins. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Using his legs, it's Jackson. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Makes the catch and knock down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
LSU right back to the line. They're going to ride this running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. This offense doing business in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, the ground game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Wide out in motion. Barges ahead. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. All of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Moore will throw. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's right on target.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? Now, that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
The quarterback takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.